WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Guys, you fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you.
Ow!
Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain Ride.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Ain't everybody getting Rocky Mountain Ride?
WJBW.
You don't want
Hey, welcome back, WJBW, WJBWnetworks.com. This is what we do every week to entertain and make sure that you're aware. Why is that so loud, baby? What's happening? Turn that down. All right. Welcome back. It is at Radio JB Web in the room. There he is. That's Smithers is joining us, sitting in for the Rev, a buddy of mine. Thanks for coming in, man. How you doing?
Hey,
how are you?
Glad to be here.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Welcome. We do this every week to venerate talented people. Excuse me. I'm a little flustered at the moment. At any rate, on this show, we have a great lineup of talented people, and this is hashtag no regress. So just think about what that means. It's not lulling, not moving backwards. Right? We're going to keep it moving forward, and that's the important thing. So in the new year, you can definitely expect some new things to happen. Yes. I think they should. Yes. That's how the world's built, but...
Wow.
Couple questions, though, that we talk about. We kind of open up the show. Let Donovan Lyman from Blue Meridian 7:30 hour, Nick Salido of the Modern Music Movement up at 8 o'clock hour, and then we'll do a little bit of breaking news badly. And in the studio there with me is Mr. Smithers. I guess.
Yeah, either one is good. Yeah.
Either one is good. How the hell are you doing?
Smitty, pretty good.
Thanks for coming in and being able to do what we do.
Yeah.
Kind of do what we do here.
Liking
it's so good. All right, good. Yeah, as a surreal moment there for me in the opener. I was like, what the hell?
I kind of felt hypnotized.
It was funny that you were
music.
Here. Well,
nice.
It was. I was just like, oh, he's right over there. All right, so hang tight. This a friend of mine, and he's going to be kind of sitting in on this episode. And what I love, he's got a radio background and experience, but kind of one of the topics that I thought I'd bring up because I think it's important to talk about. Are people basically, changed by the internet and the things that happen to them on social media, right? If they get a lot of likes or something.
Well, you're talking about it.
Does that
right.
change?
Right.
Does that change their perception of who they are and how they should act in public? And even when they're driving, like, are they thinking, do you know how many likes I get? Can't believe I have to wait.
It's funny you mention that because
in this stoplight,
it's really happening out there with the internet.
Oh, yeah, it's really happening.
Yeah, it really is more than ever. In fact, so much I think people's behavior is kind of basically changing or modifying or tweaked, whatever, or torqued, whatever you want to call it. I think things happen.
Right, things do happen.
I think it's proportional to how much time is spent actually on the internet. Some example, i.e., Facebook.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess that's kind of the point of the question. Does that change the people's reality? I mean, does it? Your life can't hinge on that, though, and so that's why I think, again, I wanted to say hashtag no regress is why I believe in the importance of saying, hey, I'm not going to lull. You get a chance to create, and if you're going to slack on creating and not putting 100% into it, then don't do it.
You're thinking going forward.
Well, yeah,
and
exactly.
they are too. Mostly,
them. Mostly them,
which is cool and all that.
What?
But I mean, it's
what do you mean by them?
I mean, everybody wants to be somebody, and so do I. And
you did not
does,
just. What'd you just say?
Everybody wants to be somebody.
Okay.
Be famous. I mean, I would like to be famous one day, but
you.
I don't know if I would choose Facebook as the way to do it, but some people do. I think.
You think so? Well, good. Because I think so too.
It's not an actual study.
I think they're definitely choosing it.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't studied it or anything.
Okay.
It's kind of like a guess based on what I see out there.
All right. Well, why are you acting all weird now?
Oh, no, I was just
looking around the room. Okay.
The room is cool.
Okay?
I like the studio.
So welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank
nice.
you. Welcome into the session here. What was so we can get to that. Talk about does anybody change? Is your phone ringing?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I got my hand over it so you can't hear it.
Okay. So let's hear it.
No, it's okay.
Bring it to. Let's see who it is.
It just ended.
Okay, you just totally grandpa'd me there. Okay, thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, all right. The other thing was Trump winning twice. That had to be proven.
Yeah, it was kind of wild, really.
What do you think?
I think, anytime you win twice, it means something, I think.
Oh, there you go.
But,
I don't know.
putting it simply.
Just let's get moving.
Yeah.
Because the last time we had any benefit built up, it was squandered away. So,
okay.
Right?
Yep.
Wasn't it?
Yep.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Right here.
No.
Got it.
No, you okay? Oh, are you taking a side to a political side? Are you taking offense? We're just talking here.
No, I'm just saying. I probably could be in politics and make a lot of money. Personally,
is that how you feel?
All you got to do is promise everybody.
It seems like your face should be on money, like a coin or something.
Oh wow!
So you have kind
of cool.
So you should, I guess that's a compliment.
Hey, I like power. I want to be powerful.
Looks like your face. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you want to
give people
have your face on money. All right.
And then they'll vote for me.
I don't know where we're going. Neither one of those topics. Nobody really cares, though, I guess. Anyway, what was the other thing?
I don't know.
Oh, people are so attention starved.
Yeah. That's what,
yeah.
Right.
I'm watching this show, entertainment show, just by happenstance. It came on, and they're literally reporting on what so-and-so had for dinner and what they wore to what. It just blows me away to see anything like that, because it's saying, this is what's important.
But have you ever noticed nobody takes a picture of what they're having at home? It's always at a restaurant.
Right.
What are they having at home?
They've always got to be out. Here they were, out here. Like, who fucking cares?
Here's it. Yep.
Sorry. That's just how I get. Like, I don't care what they're...
And it's always a beautiful picture. It actually looks like something you see on television. But what if you're not hungry?
But why report it on a show? I just don't understand.
I don't know.
Isn't that...
A show.
Yeah, like an entertainment show.
Oh, yeah.
They tell you where they went.
Yeah, the actual show. All that.
Or even TMZ.
For a meal.
I guess people want to know that kind of crap.
If I was famous, I guess somebody would want to know what I'm having for dinner.
Sure. I guess so. So you could make a commercial, right?
Maybe I could make one. Steak commercial.
Okay. Well, we're going to pump into a little bit of music. What time is it for real? For real. Okay, yeah, it's only good. But let's do that anyway. We're going to come back. The Wjbw show, sitting in with a buddy of mine. Smitty over there.
Hey.
I don't know what is going to happen, so hold on.
Don't trust your heart, it will never give you good advice. Don't tell your friends that a little girl made you cry. Call on the folk back home, but they don't want you around. We'll take your tiny little world and turn it upside down. Could you better hold on? Gonna bring you down.
of pills should I take? One of each. I'll never have enough, never have enough. Will I forget who I am? I don't mind, I'm okay. Don't need a supersized natural sun. Don't want a supersized natural sun. Don't need another one. I can't see you. I'm so high that I don't mind being your toy. Every piece of myself feels away. I can't feel you. I'm so high that I don't mind losing my pride. Every piece of myself feels away.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
Welcome back. WJBW Networks presents the JB Rev Show every Tuesday night. We do broadcast out of here. Normally the Rev, of course, sits across from me this evening. The creative, talented mind of the Smitty over there. So welcome. Welcome again to the show. Welcome again, Beck. Just come
Thank
on.
you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm really thankful to be here. Thank you for inviting
we
me.
appreciate you coming. Give a little bit of your background, maybe, because that's
Sure.
what we do on the show is basically interview people.
Sure.
So it would be an untrue, example if we didn't talk with you a little bit. So, what's your background? You've always lived in Orlando or Florida in general?
Long time in Florida, long time Orlando,
Okay.
long time.
Okay.
But I will say
Easy.
that I'm very creative. I think I am. I enjoy. I'm a free-spirited kind of guy.
Yeah.
Person.
Yeah.
Right. And that includes sailing.
Sailing. That's important.
Yeah. Without a
to talk
motor,
about.
I got to sail. Be free. At one with the element of the wind, but nonetheless, I've got a background in radio, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
but,
so that's
more along the the promotions, copywriting, advertising side of it.
Even doing jingly.
Jingles,
Little
yeah,
jingles,
all that stuff.
maybe something.
Yeah.
Sure. If you can think it, you can make it happen. Is my motto. Wow.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you can what? If you can
think it, you can make it.
If
Wow.
you can work it, you can.
Whoa. Yeah, you can make it happen. So
You better
that's-
work.
Yeah, you better work. Okay, I can do that. You better work. See, you can
Okay.
take the thought. And you better work.
Yeah.
Why do you? I don't know.
Why
It's
do you
just
say
something different.
Yeah.
different.
You say that
Right.
frequently, don't you?
You better work, young man.
Yeah, you say that.
Just,
All right.
just let it happen.
Okay.
Kind
So
of
you
thing like
sail.
that.
Yes. I like the fact that you also kind of are very
Castanets.
working your fencing.
Shaking your hands
Yeah.
like that over there.
I-
Fencing.
Wow.
Okay, I'm
Shaking my
sorry.
hands.
Yeah. Fencing, yeah. Yes, fencing is also known as life chess. I think people out there know that. They've heard that. Sure,
Life
they have
chess?
life chess.
Life
your
chess.
move. It's your move.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's kind of a mental martial art, not just body reactions against another.
Okay.
It's also actually calculated moves, which is kind of cool.
see.
It's a
I
cool
gotcha.
sport.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
How long?
Yeah.
How long have you played that? Practiced
I've been
it.
playing that for 9.5 years.
Playing that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Right.
congratulations.
Right,
That's an
right.
accomplishment.
Hey, you used the foil.
That's
Thank
cool.
you.
You used
Thank
the
you very much.
force.
Foil.
Oh, then you're cheating. I
Yeah.
think if you
would've-
fencing with the force.
I-
That's a good point. Yeah, lightsabers.
Yeah.
No, we're getting taken. No lightsabers.
Yeah.
You cannot use those.
I would imagine I could use the force.
What?
I would try.
Yeah, of course you would.
Not.
Yeah.
So then, so different FM stations, AM stations, and but it's not like what you have today. Yesterday, it was a pretty cool gig. FM stations, AM stations were like the only game in town at one time. People would tune in and listen, but now you've got, they like what they listen to. It's more modernized differently now. That's
well,
old
even the
school.
marketing and promotions, is all totally
Oh,
different.
totally.
You don't need real estate or signs or anything.
You can do it all on Facebook.
Right. Well, no,
Actually.
everything's okay.
Well,
What do you have with that? Why?
I
Do it on Facebook. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming in studio. Thanks for giving us a little bit of your
leaving?
background. Is that no? You're not leaving.
Oh, good.
Are you leaving?
No.
Oh,
I don't
all
want
right.
to.
All right. Well, we're expecting a call at 7:30 with Donovan. What?
I just wanted to say I'm glad you asked me about my background.
Yeah.
Because I'm very in touch with my background.
Okay.
And I've never really departed from it.
Yeah.
I'm still what I
Right.
consider a writer.
Okay.
I
you're
enjoy
going.
writing.
Yes, you're continuing. I like that.
Yes, and if I was, which I'm not, but I could be on Facebook, I do have somewhat of an interest in Facebook, but my outlet was through the actual media. And that's, I guess, I don't know if it's more on a professional level, but if anybody out there on Facebook thinks they're good enough, maybe they should branch out and try something a little more on the professional level and make some money at it.
Oh.
If you're writing, your
I
picture
see.
quality of taking pictures of even food, it can work. Things like that.
Okay. Well, that's great life advice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Earth shattering. That was earth shattering. I want to make sure all of my ducks are in a row here. Hold on. That was an extra share. Wait, let's circle back to that.
What now?
So say that again.
What's that?
Part of that last part, what you just said.
Can
Can you remember?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to pull it back up?
No,
Hold on. Let
I
me pull
got
up.
it.
Hold
I
on.
think there's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah.
I see a lot being expressed on,
Okay.
the internet and Facebook. But I think that's great. It's a great tool for people to develop, and if anybody wants to move forward, the internet and Facebook with their. But I think that's
Is that
that's
me,
great,
or is that like a double?
It's a great tool for people to develop.
What are you doing?
If anybody wants to move forward.
I'm hearing multiple voices, but don't tell anybody.
What's
But I
happening?
think that's
Is that me,
great,
or is that like a double?
Okay,
row your boat. I know this.
All right. That
Okay,
was
that's
you
a good one.
in the okay.
Very well done there. Very well done, JB.
Okay. I'm hoping all this is coming through because
Wow.
I need to. What's going on? Oh, somebody's calling my phone. Hold on.
Isn't there a caller that you said that will be calling in?
Oh, wait. Why are they calling my phone, though? Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on, Papa.
You bet.
What is it? Let me take it. Hold on. Hey, what's happening? Oh, well, hey, buddy. Hey, call. Let me call you at this number from the studio line. All right. All right. It'll be a different number though. All right, buddy. Hold on. Let me stay on the line there so I can. Oh. Damn it.
What's the matter with you?
I just saw his number. I need to go back and see his number again.
Oh.
Wow.
Is it me?
It's probably you. It's
probably
you. You're
me.
messing everything up.
I know.
It's
Sorry,
you,
I hope
man.
you have me back,
If I can
JB.
blame you.
Yeah.
I will.
Way.
No. You're going to do voices and stuff?
No, that was you.
Hold on. That was not me.
I know, it's
that was
not.
you.
Okay.
But, okay.
All right, it was me.
All right. JB Rev show every Tuesday night. Again, this next week coming up, we actually went out to Little Indies last Sunday and recorded an episode from inside of there while they were doing the Lennon tribute and spoke to a couple of people, John Lennon tribute out there at Will's Pub, and spoke with a few people. And so we're going to re-air that next week. So next week we have a little bit of live and pre-prepared content for you. And then the new year, again, expect us to come out of the gate with some new things. But hold on, let me snag this number here. Let me give a ring over to our guest here at the moment. Anything? All right. Thank you. It's so important. Hold on. And I can't see it. Look at you. Wow. I think I got it. Thank you. All right. there we go.
Flashlight.
WJBW Networks proudly presents a segment where we like to focus on badass people who have been in and around Orlando. And let me go ahead and see if I can make this call here. Hello? 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 Oh, hey, what's happening? Can you hear me? I sound like Dick Cavett. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Why am I not hearing you all the way? That's weird. Hold on. All right, hold on a second. Let me make sure that you're coming through on the double check here. All right, so now we're doing this all flair of the moment. This is Donovan? What's up, man? I want to see why we can't hear you in the headphones over here. Hold on. There we go. All right, is that a little better? Why do I only hear him coming out of here?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear him coming out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
All right, hold the line.
I can still hear him.
You can still hear him?
Yeah.
What I want to do, man, because there's a badass song that I heard that you guys sent us. I want to properly kind of dub a local legend. So give us a second here to do some changes on our end, and let me do an intro. This song is the final. It's incredible. It's called The Final Thing. Right? Yeah, that's the one I'm going to play. So hang on the line there. Well, go ahead and say something. I want to see if you're even coming through. Yeah, you're not even coming through. All right, so let me make a change on my end. We'll be right back. It's WJBWNetworks.com. Probably just should hang tight with us. Hold on. Listen to this song, though. It's great. It's from our guest, Blue Meridian, frontman of that, Donovan Lyman. We'll be right back.
I'd like to drown you, but I love you. I want to kill you, but I can't. I'd like to take the place of anyone. I want to be a better man. I can't help loving you, but then can't help loving other men. You're like a shark when the streets flood, and everybody's wearing blood. I'd like to drown you, but I love you. I want to kill you, but I can't. And if everywhere you see there's a better man than me, I'd like to kill you with my hands. I've always been a gentleman. I thought I'd never raise a hand, but I hope that sparkle in your eye is the final thing to die. I'd like to drown you, but I love you. I want to kill you, but I can't. And if everywhere you see there's a better man than me, I'd like to kill you with my hands. And I don't feel good. I don't feel good. It's been a while since I could. to be a better man.
WJBWnetworks.com. That was incredible. Donovan Lyman of Blue Meridian. Let's see if he's if I got him on the line, if I was able to do that. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Oh, wonderful. You're coming through now. All right, great. So we got you patched in the right way. I apologize. I was helping somebody out with something, took the computer out and changed the settings and came back, and R2-D2 didn't do it for me. Apologize. But you rock, buddy, man. You're definitely someone we're going to brand a local legend. I know about your background here in Orlando, but I'm excited to get to hear it and talk about it. It's a local legend interview with Donovan Lyman, Blue Meridian, Orlando rooted. Now in Los Angeles, functioning, working band, with thousands of shows. We're going to talk with Donovan Lyman, frontman of that band. And again, I'm so happy to have you on the line, brother. Hey, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. You rock.
Thank you.
All right, enough fanfare. All right, get the fanfare. Stop.
Do you want me to stew?
No, don't do anything, please. All right, we've got an intern over there. I've got somebody sitting in for the Reverend, which you might know, Jerry Johnson, but you go way back in Orlando music history, and I'd love for you, man, to kind of peel it back, you know, for people. Give us maybe 1,000-foot view, the genesis. Obviously, Blue Meridian coming out of, Orlando, still working out in L.A., and what I love to hear is, people in general, their original acquaintance with music. So how did it kind of happen for you?
We started in the summer of '94. I was writing a lot of songs on my own, and I was doing some disc jockeying at Fat Tuesday on Park Avenue, if you remember that. And the manager there says, "You play guitar?" I said, "Yeah." And he says, "I play guitar. Let's get together and jam." And I said, "Okay, this Saturday." And he called me that morning and said, "Is it okay if I bring over a few other guys?" I said, "The more the merrier." And then showed up with a lead guitar player, a bass player, and a drummer. And we set up in my living room, and we played for like 9 or 10 hours.
Really?
And then we did it again the next day, and we were hooked. I mean, times have changed. These days, bands get together because they hope they're going to make it or whatever,
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, kind of how times have changed. So you're right. So it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to get that little extra bit.
Yeah, I think we came from the last generation that truly got together just to make music because we loved it, and the camaraderie, the friendships of the guys playing and the creativity. That was the main reason. In fact, we were rehearsing about 5 times a week for 6 months, and then my bass player, excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
My bass player.
Bless you.
My bass player, who you might know, Dave Ray. He was with Von Ray.
Okay. Yeah.
He was the founding member. He says, "I think we're ready." And I said, "Ready for what?" And he says, "To do a show." And I said, "You mean like to invite some friends over to watch us rehearse?" And he says, "No, do a show in a venue." And, 6 months in, that notion never even crossed my mind once that we would play at a bar.
Okay.
I was just having so much fun writing songs and playing music with my friends, And we did. It was, I don't know if you remember Light Up Orlando, but we played the last night of Light Up Orlando.
Yeah.
It was November 19th, 94 at Scruffy Murphy's on Orange Avenue.
Dag, yeah.
And
Scruffy Murphy.
That was our first gig. And then, we kept playing all around town, whatever gigs we can get, and we started noticing more and more people were coming to see us play. And summer of '96, we recorded an album that was supposed to be our first record, but we never finished it. In '98, we started what actually would become our first record. Sold a lot of copies of that. WJRR and WTKS.
Yeah.
Played our song Sideways Silverjet a lot. And
we got that queued up.
Best Buy had us in the listening stations and stuff.
That's great.
Our popularity went through the roof in no time. Suddenly we were bringing out 400 people when we played, and eventually by 1999, we were playing House of Blues and pulling 1,500 as a headliner.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, these days, and people, and remind people, these days too, that's all Matchbox 20 time, and different bands of coming from, even Creed concurrent with that, I guess, or a little after, right? Wasn't the grungy kind of stuff or the acquaintance with Orlando around that same time?
Orlando from 94, 95 up until about.
Yeah, I thought you were talking
99.
Like 99, yeah.
Orlando had a music scene, and my friend Steve, Matchbox 20,
right,
Blue Meridian, and Von Ray and a bunch of others. We had a sound, and I remember reading about it in Rolling Stone magazine. If Britney Spears and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys weren't part of our Orlando sound, but they were Orlando coming out of that same era. I think there was one year where Orlando was responsible for more record sales than every other city in the nation.
Yeah, in the late 90s or something.
Yeah, between Matchbox and Creed, who broke there, and Collective Soul, who broke there, and
the whole drum and
Sister
bass,
Hazel.
drum and bass, and house was going crazy as well. So yeah, exactly right. I think it was just the grand collective, and we're speaking with Donovan Lyman of Blue Meridian. You rock, buddy. I appreciate you again through the turbulence and everything, hanging with us because. Well, because what we love to do, man, is talk about people, because again, we do remind people of that era and what was. But what I love is that people are still going forward, and like this episode is entitled #No Regress. We have kept we're still pushing forward, and so I love to kind of get you to give us a little idea of hey, when. I know because we had Manny in here, Emmanuel Rivera in here recently, and obviously he was part of the group. But maybe take us from that late '99 spot up into present day, because I want to talk about the push that you have to keep going forward. I think you, even while you're here in town visiting, you got a gig or so down at the Falcon. When is that? Later tonight, right?
Yeah, we go on around 9:15.
Yeah, that's badass. That's badass.
And that song that you played, the final thing, I'd like to drown you, but I love you.
Yeah. See that? I'm glad
we're doing that one tonight. That's a really old song. That recording that you played, I think that was recorded like 16 and a half years ago.
Damn.
And my voice sounds completely. I can't listen to it because I sound like a kid.
Well, it was amazing though. No, but it was amazing. I'm glad you brought that up, because I wanted to remark that was. And what's funny is that sound of Orlando, that just natural kind of earthy sound of the song. It's ironic that is more prevalent today than back then, I guess. And anyway,
the only thing current about that song in any way is that, like, 6 months ago, I got a phone call from a radio disc jockey.
All right.
And he had Billy Ray Cyrus with him in his studio.
Okay.
And he's like, hey Donovan, I want to put you on the phone with Billy Ray, and he's like, Billy Ray's interested in maybe using this song for his comeback.
Right.
And then I didn't hear much more about it after that, but I could see that being a big country hit by a notable country artist.
Yeah, and that's what was impressive about it, I guess, is that that sound again persists today. Like was it last week? Time warp. I mean. Last week we spoke with J.D. Wilkes of legendary Shack Shakers. So, those concentric circles, I guess, of sounds are still around from that piece. But you and the group always had a very palpable sound. It was always very easy to digest and, have on. Where'd you guys kind of move to L.A.? When did that happen? What was the timing around that?
Well, we put out 4 records. The first one in '98 with Sideways Silverjet on it and a bunch of other live favorites, and then in 1999 we won Album of the Year at the OMAs for our second release called Brave Angel, and then we started working on our third record called Minerva, and it was right after Minerva got released that I decided, I mean, the band just couldn't be any bigger, locally at that time. I was thinking to myself, if we were this big of a band in a city like Los Angeles, we would probably become a national band in no time. And so I'm like, the last time I had something to prove, I hadn't fully developed yet. At that time, I was like, okay, I got something to prove by taking over a city like L.A., the way we did Orlando, and now I know what I'm doing. So I think I could pull it off. And,
right.
But the scene out there is it's 100 times larger than the scene here, even at its peak, and it's difficult to get noticed. I mean, we never got up to the point where we were pulling 400 or more people, ever again. And we pulled over 100 people several times, but we never able to achieve the greatness that we did in a smaller city. Big fish, little pond.
Right.
So, but we continued, and over the 2000s, we released 2 more records: Avalon and Babylon and Me, which is my favorite record, and one called Skint and Shattered.
Okay. What was the first one?
What was the first one?
Yeah, what was that?
Avalon.
Okay.
Avalon and Babylon and Me.
Oh, okay. I missed it. Okay, thank you for repeating that. Avalon and Babylon and Me. Okay.
I think that's
interesting.
I think that's my best record. It's on the mellower side of Blue Meridian sound, but it's kind of like a concept album. It's like an audio book, and every song is like a new chapter in the book, and it has 19 songs on it. I mean, so many talented local musicians loaned their skills to play on that record.
Yeah, Smithers here. Hey, I was just kind of wondering, Avalon, that's cool. How did you come up with that title, if you don't mind me asking?
The title?
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, the previous record, Minerva, had a song on it called So Sexy Avalon.
Yeah.
And
send me all your music.
Sorry?
I said, send me all your music. We'll play it.
Yeah, I would be happy to. Avalon to me was like utopia, and Babylon we all know from biblical times that was a place of sin. So they were like yin and yang, and I'm saying Avalon and Babylon and me in between, and the story that the record tells is about kind of being in a rut and trying to get yourself out of it, and then finding a new happy place, and then the story ends back in a rut, and it kind of shows the cycle of life.
Right.
So and an even odder album title is Skint and Shattered.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you where we got that. Since we weren't getting to play the shows in LA that we were getting to play back here, we wanted to go elsewhere with our musical adventure. So starting in the mid-2000s, we started touring the United Kingdom a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
incredible.
We went over in 2005, twice in 2006, and then we waited a few years and went over in 2010. We played everywhere from Dublin to Glasgow to Manchester, Liverpool. We played the Cavern Club in Liverpool where the Beatles got famous, London, and we've done all that stuff several times. There was a 4-year period where we did more shows in the United Kingdom than we did in America. And we started developing a fan base over there. And, just the whole adventure of going on a international tour like that. And then I started branching out by myself and I started doing shows in Rome and in Paris and things like that.
Incredible.
And, they buy a lot of merchandise over there. They're like, here's this guy from America. He's good. And, I would love to own his music. I don't know when I'll have the chance to see him again. So the stuff flew off the shelves, it was great. And, there's been 2 main, Blue Meridian has been together for 22 years, and there have been 2 main lead guitar players in the band. Manny was, he was featured on our most celebrated albums, Minerva, Brave Angel, and the self-titled debut. He was the lead guitar player in Orlando during the band's peak of fame here, and Chadwick, who's been in the band since 2003, he's the one that that we went over to England with. And and another thing that we've done in recent years that we didn't do back in the day was we're making music videos. Like for the Skint and Shattered album, there's 13 songs on it. We made 13 music videos.
Okay.
I was trying to think to myself.
Made like a video album. Yeah. That's awesome.
I was trying to think of myself, if we're not going to get airplay, how can I increase the longevity of the interest of the potential record buyer with this record if I'm not getting blasted all over the radio? And I thought to myself, I mean, you can't for like a year after releasing a record say, and don't forget about my record, because they've heard you say that a million times, you know?
Right.
But if you create a new music video, then you can release that new music video. And you'll have something new to talk about. You have a way of bringing up the album months and months later and still having it be relevant. And the results of that were phenomenal.
Yeah.
We noticed, like, the first month the album was released, there was a spike in sales.
Okay.
And then it tapered off a little bit, it plateaued, and then, like, with our fourth music video, there was another spike. Eventually, 6 music videos in, people are saying all of these songs are on one record, and then there's another spike, you know, and sales were consistent for over a year, you know, with that record. So that was successful.
Well, and it's awesome to hear, you know, being kind of at the stronghold of your own defense, and you know, being able to, you know, sail the murky waters of, you know, who's got your back, who doesn't. Because I can only imagine, even in L.A., you know, it's totally different than here, but still you hear the tales of, you know, woe-begotten, what, people, you know, being, what is it? Not shanghaied, scallywagged? No. Hold on. I don't know the word, but is it more dubious over there? I don't know exactly where you're at, but you know, L.A., the connotation, I guess, is there can be a little shenanigans, shenanigans around any corner. Maybe, I don't know. I've never been there.
It's very different.
It's very different.
People. Yeah, you know, when you pass someone on the sidewalk, they don't look you in the eye, you know,
right.
And people are unfriendly. There's potholes in all the streets. The parking spaces are really tiny. You know, I mean, that's the downside.
A little dilapidated.
And there's also not a music scene there. You know, there's
really.
It's a large enough city. There are different parts of town. You know, West Hollywood has one vibe. Silver Lake, the east side, has another vibe. The west side, you know, is the surf rock and the more rootsy stuff, and it's not cohesive. But one thing I've been doing for like 9 years, just to keep my hands in it when I'm not making my own music, is I have a company called Hollow Body LA.
Cool.
And I book bands at I've booked bands at almost 20 different music venues in town, including the Viper Room and the House of Blues and places like that over the past 9 years.
Nice.
And I've met a lot of musicians and created great relationships. And, you know, they trust me, and I, you know, we put on good shows together. And
that rocks. That's cool to hear. That's badass to hear, because you know, just again, you know, even though your genesis was kind of here in Orlando, is that so? Originally, when did you first get involved with music? We'll kind of go backwards. So even further than Blue Meridian, when did you personally get acquainted with music? Was it
well, I started writing songs on the piano at first, you know, when I'm back in high school.
High school? Okay.
Shortly after I got out of high school, I had an opportunity to move from Florida to Massachusetts, and I was a radio disc jockey for 3 years.
Wow, that's badass.
So
cool.
Yeah, so you know, so I was in music there too, and then when I left that, came back to Florida, within a year, you know, I taught myself guitar, and now I'm writing more and more songs. And it was within 2 years of that you know, that the band started. So I've been doing music pretty consistently since I was a teenager.
You ever go back to piano recently?
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah. I mean, even for the most recent album, I played piano on a few tracks in the studio. most of the songs I write on guitar, but
Okay.
I can hear how a piano would, complement it in the recording. But then, we're a 4-piece band. We're not a 5-piece band, so you don't really hear the piano when we play live.
Right.
But it's there when you listen to the records.
Well, Gloria.
And it helps out.
Badass. You rock, buddy. Hang tight. We are speaking with Donovan Lyman of Blue Meridian. Again, you've given us a pretty good scope of who you are, and you keep rocking. Now, what we also like to find out, too, because, art kind of blossoms, one thing blossoms. Do you also get involved in, or what's the best way for people to go check out Blue Meridian? Just Blue Meridian Facebook, Blue Meridian Los Angeles. Google that. Is that what?
Google that right now.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I Googled myself. I don't know what pops up, but
yeah,
I know
we'll find
stuff
out.
up there.
Yeah, this will be the test. But that's how I found it.
For a little while, there was another band called Blue Meridian that was playing cover songs in like some Holiday Inn lounge or something.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, as long as you don't have any aspirations greater than that, I don't care if you use the name, even though we used it first. But I don't know. I'm not really on top of the web thing. I try to stay on top of social media and stuff. I mean, there is a Blue Meridian Facebook page, which is funny because it only has like 750 likes, which is ridiculous because we've sold 15,000 records.
Yeah, I think when they go, when they go into, what are you doing? Stop signaling at me. When they go into Facebook world, it's like if you were there early, and it's they don't want you to. They want you to pay for those likes. They do.
Yeah, well, I've never paid for a like.
Well, there you go. No, yeah, and damn well you shouldn't have to. But I guess the point of all of that, should really be that again, man, we appreciate the fact that you have kept the embers stoked, and you're keeping going. Something that again was so very much a part of a great original organic Orlando. What tonight you're playing out where at the Falcon? You and Manny?
Yeah, the Falcon and Thornton Park, yeah.
Fountain and Thornton Park tonight, and that's a free show. Go check them out. Scores of people already lining up to go, so definitely check these guys out. But what I want to encourage people to do, again, I think I've hooked up a couple of links through the blog. If you have questions, we can repeat those out there for anybody. But what are some things, in closing, what are some things with music that you might want to do? Is there anything with music you haven't done yet that you want to do? I'm the Howard Stern of not pervy music questions.
I do have enough material written for a 7th album. I don't know when I'm going to get around to recording it, but
okay.
There's that. Everyone keeps telling me that I should go into country.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I can I can sing country, and I find it very easy to write country songs. But
yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know what's going to happen. I would love to just. I mean, I own the publishing rights to more than 85 professionally recorded songs. I would love to see some of these get placed in television and in film.
There you go.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That's an aspiration of mine.
That's badass. Yeah, no, and that's good because I think a lot of the times too, like because Manny has that other videographer, kind of side of the 3D modeling and things like that. So it's interesting to see kind of the spectrum of people's art and skill. You got anything? Hold on.
I think this is great. This is
you think it's a great
yeah,
conversation?
Yeah,
he's a
awesome.
badass guy. He's
awesome.
just sitting over there listening.
Thornton Park right now.
Well, there you go. What?
Wow. Thornton Park.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Earlier. Yes.
Are you guys going to come down to the Falcon?
I'd like to.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try.
Smitty might be able to.
I'm going to try.
I might. Yeah.
I'd sure like to.
Yeah. I might not be able to.
I may be able
but
to. I'm not sure.
I want to tell you something. We appreciate the fact you took the time to come call in, give us some of your time, give us some of your background, more importantly. I think that what we're going to do is roll into a couple tracks that I got queued up here.
Wow.
Sideways Silverjet, and then The Way I Feel, in that order. Or should I reverse it?
Those two tracks are the ones that got the most airplay in Central Florida. Okay. Sideways Silverjet in particular. That song spent something like 10 weeks at number 1 on Real Radio's, Real Music Weekends, like 10 weeks at number 1. And then as it was falling off the chart, they invited us into the studio to perform the song live acoustic. Damn. And then when the studio version fell off the chart, then they released the acoustic single version, and that reached like top 10 or something. So,
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, but again,
well, we're going to come out of the gate with that one then.
I wrote that. I mean, I recorded that. We recorded it like almost 17 years ago. It's ancient.
Yeah.
When you listen, play Silverjet first. When you listen to the Way I Feel, which is only 4 years later, you'll hear that I'm started to master my vocal just in that 4 years. Okay. And then in the 4 years that followed that was when I really mastered it.
Are you going to play that?
And now we're selling less records than ever. Like the two best albums that we ever made are the ones that have sold the least copies, which is just a shame.
Well, we want to encourage people to go.
You can keep living in the past and spinning the old shit.
Yeah,
yeah. Like
give me the new stuff too.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this is what I got. This is what Manny sent me. So I'm gonna roll into Sideways Silverjet and then The Way I Feel. But go check out Blue Meridian, seriously. And again, we'll make things happen. We'll keep a connection with you. Tonight you can go see them live at the Falcon, downtown Thornton Park. And dig this. Thanks, buddy. the first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, welcome back. It is WJBW Network's flagship show, the JB Rev Show, and we actually do want to encourage you to support not only the people we interview, but a number of companies. Is Twist Hair Studio. Hold on, turn him down. TwistHairStudio.com, PolkasHottest.com, ShannonHoltArt.com, artarmy.org, Ear Theater, and Modern Music Movement. And on the line there, sounding like he's in a wind machine, you there? It's our good friend, Nick Salito. What's up, buddy? Hey,
buddy.
You there?
How are you?
Hey, there
Hi,
he
Nick.
is. What's up?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Hello, Nick.
Rock the house. Welcome. You are definitely,
Thank
yeah, you are definitely, we want to honor you for the right damn reasons. And you put together a bunch of great shows, make a lot of shit happen, man behind the curtain style, behind the, banner of Modern Music Movement.
Wow.
And it is a great thing. You've done a lot of great things. Now you've got a show coming up here, Plain versus Cult. We love those guys. Brian was in studio one time. We were integral in getting us a connection with Jen of Jenna Tortures, so again, to give people more visibility into the alliance, and kind of the gravity of some of the stuff you've done. But you got some stuff coming up. You also do the pop-up kitchen thing. So I don't know where you want to start. Lead us. Where are we going to go? Where are you going to go, Papa?
Well, I mean, hopefully we're looking forward to 2017.
Oh, yeah.
The Orlando music scene is really kind of tough, like Donovan kind of touched on it. It has peaks and valleys that are really high, and then sometimes it just kind of fades. So you just got to be consistent and stick with it.
Right.
We had Kelly McRae on there last year, but good news for her is she just charted number 4 on the contemporary folk artist right next to Nancy Griffith. So her career is exploding, which I'm really proud to be a friend of her and Matt. And they do some fantastic professional music beyond the beyond, in my opinion. So,
yeah. Well,
we had that in the works. I got their press kit in front of the Steve Colbert show when it just switched over, but we haven't heard anything back yet. So like I said, we're always trying to be the man behind the curtain, the guy behind the guy in the right way for the right reasons, and transparent and passionate about music and people who
making it
enjoy
happen.
music.
And people can Google
that right now.
The Modern Music Movement. The Modern Music Movement.
Yeah, I don't.
Orlando.
Somebody wrote a WordPress, so you see some of our cool posters. But just look us on Facebook.
Okay.
If you go into the Google bar, you'll see some articles that the Sentinel's written and some stuff from the Weekly. It'll pop up. So, we've got some good stuff going. The spoken word series did really well that we did. Of course, a lot of the acoustics, the Nashville South series, which is number 5 coming up in January or February. I'm trying to do it outdoors, so I haven't done an announce on that show yet.
Outdoors.
So. Yeah. Well, that originally is what it was, and you do it in the fall, in the late fall in Florida, so you can enjoy the music outside. So I've kind of got a venue that makes sense. I think we might go a little deeper Americana or country this year with the lo-fi.
It's Nashville South 5 coming up
number 5
in the new year in 2017.
Correct.
That's incredible.
And we're working on some other projects. I really want to really make my efforts take off by bringing a major festival here to the new Fairground Amphitheater. So that's going to be like a full focus for me. Other than helping local artists develop their promotional platforms and getting them out playing in front of people, the good people that need to hear their music. So.
And speaking of that, and again, I love you have great relationships with great venues. And is it where are our buddies from Plain versus Cult going to be coming up soon?
They're going to be at the Hourglass Brewery on January 21st, and that is a free show.
Okay.
I think I'm going to start doing that more often, is do free shows and just work my deal with the house. That way people don't have an excuse to not come out. I can't give anybody an excuse. Nobody has an excuse.
Everybody,
you have to work early. Easy. I get that.
Yeah.
if you're saying, oh God, I had to pay my rent, that's not an excuse anymore. We can subsidize that with sponsorships and whatnot and hard work.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Always at the ready with the elbow grease. So you got to be like that, making things happen. And
you got to be hands on. Any entrepreneurial thing like this is you got to be hands on.
Right.
I got to give my hats off to Donovan Lyman. He's one of the best self-marketing people I've ever met in my life. He's absolutely genius at it.
So that's great.
He's good at putting his product out there and really making it happen and making it accessible to everyone in an unpretentious way, which you have to respect.
Yeah, so. Without question. You do without question. And that's why I love when we had some things lined up. It didn't work out, so we made some other things happen. Plus, I think that you and I is long overdue. That I need to connect with you in a more strategic way because, everything that you're doing out at these shows, I want to be able to talk about, and I really want to, dedicate the Circadian Cast more to, be at least a splinter of your endeavors, like something you always factor in. You're like, okay, new music, send it, boom, send it, boom, send it, boom. So constantly.
I would love to do that. It makes all the sense in the world.
So constantly, So awesome things coming out of Orlando here. New alliances just being formed live all here in front of everybody. Nicholas Salido on the line. You rock, brother. What is the other thing that I love? Oh, the pop culinary pop. What is it?
Yeah, I created a brand, and like last time we talked, I haven't had time to attend to it, but it's another branding effort called Pop Shop, which is a culinary community events thing. And what I want to do with that is get the top restaurants together and do street parties and special events for culinary awareness. So what I'll do is I'll go out and shoot a restaurant and put it up on the site. I haven't been able to maintain it because the music thing is all-encompassing. And that since I don't know, I told you I try to do, behind the curtain again, is I try to do a lot of commercial events to give me a dowry to do the things I want to do. It's like, make the hit film to make the art film, like the Scorsese or one of those guys,
Right.
So, in the long run, I have to do commercial events because it's very expensive to put shows on. And I think a lot of people need to realize the effort that goes in behind that, the work, getting it out there, the expense, chasing the sponsors, making people believe in you. And that's a part of the branding, and people need to support anyone's brand that's trying to move something forward.
You're right. So, no, you're right. You're right. You are right. And I think, a lot of the times the communication doesn't, because we were even talking about earlier how you can get 100 likes on, Facebook, and you go around, thinking you're high for, you're all high for 5 minutes or whatever.
Well, I only have 875, and I already know that I've peaked in front of over 500,000 people. There's no way I haven't.
Yeah.
I can hit 40 tonight in 5 minutes. So there's no way in 5.5 years, including all the write-ups in the Sentinel and the Orlando Weekly. Thank God for all those people that believed in me, Bow and all those cats, and Matthew that's over there now. They really get behind it. And they're also, very much interested in taking me to the next level as far as being co-sponsors. They just they jumped on board at Jack in the Park, my Special Olympics event that I'm on the board of this year, and gave us a whole page in the fall guide. So they really stepped up to the plate.
Well, that's incredible. We'll talk about that Jack, that event a little bit. Did that recently pass?
Jack in the Park is a mock blackjack with 23 restaurants, full liquor. We sell tickets, and it raises about $150,000 for Special Olympics. Actually, the Central Florida chapter, other than South Florida, is their largest contributor to Special Olympics, that one event. Lauren Brown heads it. He's a great guy. He's a local businessman who has an entrepreneur spirit, but he gets behind it, gets all these folks together, asked me to join the board about 4 years ago.
That's cool.
And we've been knocking it out of the park ever since.
That's cool. So, well, you see, and that's, again, on the culinary side, that's the splinter of creativity.
Well, that's kind of where I wear all these hats, but actually my role in that event is strictly the entertainment. I book it, I do the full production, I do the stage, the lighting, the whole thing. So I'm on the contact side for that. So
I see. I see.
Accrue something that makes sense for the
drew a
event
line.
financially, and then we
drew a line.
fly it.
You just erased the line.
He's
you
like,
said nope.
He's like kind of the jack of all trades in the music industry.
Yeah. Well, no, but
doing it all.
Well, he's doing it all. Yeah, that's
a lot.
Smitty over there. Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
Thanks for.
Well, I'm an event guy, so I learned that from coming out of the food and beverage industry. So I always, in order to do things I wanted to do, I'd have to create these things in my mind and make them come to life. It's i.e. events. Come up with nits and kits names. I mean, I tell you, I never thought that these spoken word things I do took off like they did, and they really did, and the press embraced them. So I need to do some more of that. That really helped the brand a lot.
That's awesome.
We did some readings at the Imperial. I did some stuff at the venue. We did some, pertinent kind of existential people from William S. Burroughs. We did a Jack Kerouac party.
Yeah.
Sylvia Plath, Patti Smith. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, the Patti Smith.
The brand, I had another brand I ran under called the Bohemian Woods, and that's when we did readings at Washburn Imports in Ivanhoe Row there. So.
And you've got a lot of great connections through Orlando and a lot of great spots, undeniably. Again, and I was is it local? I don't know. Have you been here 20 years?
Oh yeah, I've been here most definitely. Yeah, so I'm definitely an Orlando native.
Local legend, Nicholas Toledo.
The same people.
You just got dubbed. You just been dubbed.
Yeah, baby.
You just were reverse local legend.
Play it.
We just reverse local legend you.
Let's go.
That's badass. Well, undeniably.
Woo-wee.
Undeniably. Oh, sorry.
Woo-wee.
Undeniably.
Wow.
Nick, man, you again, among a bunch of people out there, are a force of nature to be reckoned with in solamente, kind of by yourself. But we know, that it takes a whole bunch of people to make a lot of cool stuff happen. So it's excellent to hear, and we appreciate the kinship with what we're doing. Again, send me music all the live long day. I need to be more strategic with you, so I'll be more responsible to reach out.
Yeah. I like people to kind of pay attention to the moniker. Get these street parties rolling. All that does is, like I said, it backs up events that people really want to see. I want to go for more of that outdoor stuff, so we actually become like, wow, that's a force. I'm working with a friend of mine in Louisville, and I can't make any promises, but I think we're going to do a second leg of a massive festival, which would be absolutely phenomenal for my brand. Cool. We tried to work with Moonstone, but then they had some problems there with some loss of capital with theft on merchant services, so that ended that, and that was with Def Leppard and Kiss, so that would have been phenomenal, press-wise for me. So,
wow. You're amazing.
But yeah, we're trying. We try, man.
Truly. my hat's off to you.
Yeah. If there's any local musicians out there, they can always reach me on Facebook. Just call my number directly. That's my cell phone. If they have any interest in or any great ideas, because sometimes you run out of ideas, and that goes for you and anyone else out there that has some fantastic ideas. You never know; we might make some connections.
There you go.
Make it happen.
Open for collaboration. That's definitely the key. We're speaking with Nicholas Toledo. You rock, buddy. Thank you so much for giving us a call. We really, truly appreciate it, man. Again. Go check out Modern Music Movement on Facebook, virtually everywhere else as well. That's the man behind the curtain. That's the guy we've just been speaking with. Thanks again, buddy. We'll roll into a little bit of Plane versus Cult. Come back, do some news. WJBWnetworks.com. We'll be right back.
That was
Close your eyes and tell me how my nails feel.
shining, to not be afraid of the light. There are spirits haunting me. It's either real or it's just some sort of a disease, and my kaleidoscope always bends colors and ways unexpected. I'm a lonely man, show what I don't wanna show, see who I don't wanna see, know what I don't wanna know. In my air-conditioned tube, you came to raise that in. Is it too much to ask you? Come back and do it again. To wake me up like a Lazarus dead. Gonna be the man you want. Never ever give in. My kaleidoscope always bends colors and ways unexpected. I cannot dig up my own grave, but I gotta raise that dead.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show. Oh, welcome back. Wow. What a show so far. We're keeping it excuse me, no regrets. Okay.
I'll say.
This is how it goes. Okay, that's the intern talking to us. Okay, he's giving us the cue. Is it time? Oh, let's do it, finally. Oh. And now. I'm not even prepared. Breaking news.
I'm glad you noticed. Tiny little hands that make my cock look so big.
Yeah.
Big disco biscuit.
Breaking news badly. We basically just read you some headlines here. So let me pull up the stuff here. Let me throw it up to the monitor up there for you.
What you got? What you got?
Let me see here. What do I got?
Yeah, what do you got?
Let me find out what we got. In memoriam. Is that memoriam?
That sounds like a memorial.
In memoriam,
some kind of a memory
2016,
thing, yeah.
From NPR. Excellent article there.
NPR.
Hold on. Why am I all frozen up here? Hold on.
Article.
Oh, casting. Sorry. It's basically the artists, the musicians that we've lost, cataloging all of them.
We've lost a lot of people this year, 2016, as a matter of
too
fact.
many.
A lot of people are saying.
Way too many, right?
A lot of people.
Way too many.
It's sad. Anybody in particular on this article?
So, let me pull it. Well, of course, David Bowie, Prince.
Oh, wow.
It's NPR. It's 20 in. Why am I having a problem?
Next article.
Yes.
No, I think maybe we can take a look at
Ooh, girl. Bye, Felicia.
Okay. Wait. Meet the only doctor in the world legally allowed to use LSD to treat patients. This is from vice.com.
What kind of ailment do they have?
Last year, Swiss psychiatrist Peter Gasser received permission from his government to use acid in his practice, which he says can help people deal with anxiety and fear of death, among other things.
Okay, excuse me.
Check out the article.
Doesn't acid burn?
No, it's talking about LSD.
Oh,
okay.
You mean the
yeah,
psychedelic,
he's not like
trippy stuff.
He's not like pouring acid on people, dude.
So, like, what is that going to do to somebody if you, like, give them acid?
Okay.
Like,
I guess they could help psychologically, could help them in a way, potentially, but you'd have to control the environment, I would imagine.
Oh, wow.
I would imagine.
I would think they'd have to be awfully sick to get acid.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have something pretty serious.
Yeah.
But then again, acid, what's it going to do? Make it better?
No. Okay. Wait. I don't think you're getting it.
Okay.
Intentionally.
Oh, like
right?
pain?
What?
They have pain or something?
No, they give them LSD, man.
Yeah.
Like a trip. They make them trip on acid. Do you know what LSD is?
Yeah, but don't give it to them while they're walking down the stairs.
Okay, dude. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. I don't know what you're going to do with this one. Wired.com. Quantum gravity research could unearth the true nature of time.
Wow. Okay.
Theoretical physicists striving to unify quantum mechanics and general relativity into an all-encompassing theory of quantum gravity face what's called the problem of time.
Does this have anything to do with Sir Isaac Newton's apple?
It could, yeah. Sure.
This is way over my head.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting article. Go read that if you want. It's over my head, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool story.
Bigthink.com. How to make $71 billion a year? Do you know, how would you make if you were in America? Right, okay.
You have to make the money like on a press or something?
Do something to create the money. Let's see. How to make $71 billion a year? The answer is?
There's a lot of ink.
Am I going
and
to
paper.
Final Jeopardy? Nope.
Ouch.
Are you going to make it?
Wow. Hey, what is that, acid?
There you go.
Whoa.
No. Tax the churches is the answer. If you want to make $71 billion a year, tax the churches. This is from bigthink.com.
I don't know if I would do that.
Oh.
I mean, it'd be a lot of money.
Yeah, sure.
But, wow.
Do you know what healthy food is?
Yeah, I think I do.
OrlandoHealth.com has an article that tells you. You may be buying healthy food, but it might not be what you need in your body. Quick answer to the question, what's the difference between healthy, low-fat, and good source of a nutrition label? Question mark. If you're scratching your head trying to come up with a response, you're not alone. It turns out most Americans need to clarify on these categories, too. So it's a good little article, good little read about how you should eat, potentially. Things to think about. You like to eat over there, Smathers?
Yeah.
Smatherman?
Yeah, I love to eat.
You do?
Yeah, I like to eat healthy foods.
You do?
Definitely. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Any thoughts on?
No.
Any thoughts on? What do you eat?
I don't know. I would like to see something on a label.
Okay.
You know.
You're with that label. So
yeah.
But what about the damn things that come out of the damn
ground?
Yeah. And off of trees and stuff. There's
I don't want them in my food.
It's just a little UPC.
I want clean food.
Oh, you want it out of a can?
Yeah, I don't know
okay.
about a can.
All right.
I mean, I'll eat tins of tuna, but...
Yeah, tuna is good.
Tuna's great.
Tuna's great.
Tuna.
Well,
Tuna.
hey,
Hey,
that's
tuna.
fancy.
Hey, Tony likes tuna.
Okay. All right, let's get close to closing out. BigThink.com gives us another one. 3-question quiz predicts whether you believe in God.
3 questions?
That's what it says.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Yeah, it's more than 2.
You want to try?
Yeah.
There's 3 questions.
Really?
But it's here, BigThink.com, a 3-question math quiz that predicts whether you believe in God.
Wow.
You can go take it. I guess I'll post it out.
Well, yeah, because if you ask me if there's any math involved...
yeah, it's probably not a good idea. I just realized.
Yeah.
I just realized. Thank you. Thank you. Does the language we speak affect our perception of reality? Big think with another one.
Wow.
I like this because I believe in that kind of thing. I think if you're going to say negative crap, blah, 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 it's more apt for bullshit to happen. It almost feels like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But if you're,
I sure do.
Yeah, not overly. You got to be conscious. You got to be able to, be a big boy about stuff.
Yeah. Pull up your pants, kind of.
Pull your pants up by the bootstraps and get those leggings on there.
Ooh.
Pull those leggings up. Get that two-piece wetsuit on.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
get that going.
Half suit
yeah,
on.
yeah. Okay.
What the?
Independent.co.uk. CNN denies airing 30 minutes of hardcore porn. That's an older story, but
is that legal?
It was. It really happened. There you go.
Really? Maybe it was an accident or something.
Sure. I think. How does that happen? Accidentally?
Whoa! Wow. True story.
All right. Well, closing out with
exciting stuff, by the way.
A little bit. What?
That was exciting.
What was?
Well, the news.
Oh, well, I got one more.
Oh.
This is from Wired.com. Her code got humans on the moon and invented software itself. Fascinating read. Margaret Hamilton wasn't supposed to invent the modern concept of software and land men on the moon. It was 1960s, not a time when women were encouraged to do such things. So that's kind of how it starts out and opens up. So it's a great
Can
little
I comment on
little
that?
article. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So she was thinking about putting man on the moon before we did. Is that what?
No. She was involved in
I'm missing something.
The whole process.
Yeah.
So here, let me read the
software.
Her code got humans
What was
to
it?
the
The
moon.
flu that she had? Flu?
It was the code. So she
bad code.
Invented the logic
Okay.
behind the
I get it.
trip.
Right.
It's the invisible exoskeleton of the moon. Anyway, it's
Pretty
a good
damn
article.
intelligent
Okay, so
woman.
you're questioning. It was all good up to that one.
Okay, she's intelligent.
She's intelligent. Yeah, you got a problem with that? What's the matter with you? Okay.
Intelligence.
You're not painting such a good picture for yourself.
Yes.
Right now.
Alien.
Come on, kid.
Okay. All right.
I love intelligence.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Of course you do.
Show me some intelligence.
Okay. Stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll stop it.
All right. Go support everything we do. We're going to close it out. I appreciate you joining us. It's WJBWnetworks.com. That's been breaking news badly. You can send us original music. We love it. We'll play it. We want to hear it. And
Kind of creepy music, by the way.
Oh, it is? Sorry. Okay, we get rid of that. It's WJBW. Thank you. Polkashottest.com, twistairstudio.com, shannonholtart.com, artarmy.org, Ear Theater, and of course, Modern Music Movements. It's a great little troupe. It's a force. We're a force. All right. Well, Smathers, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right. So
All right. I'm sorry. I messed up on the plain versus cold. I got it right eventually. I'm sorry. I'm doing everything. I'm going to hear all my mistakes later. Yes, I know. It's going to be very embarrassing. Yes, it is. All right. Anyway, that's how it happens. We do it live. We're leaving all the mistakes in. Sorry. See you on the next one next week, a pre-recorded episode. So we'll see you January 3rd. The Reverend and I back in studio. Thanks again, Smitty. Smitty over there. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.